Hey guys, Stafford G coming to you from obviously where? The beach. Wondering what the hell's going on today? Absolutely nothing. Weekday, everybody has to work. Beach is just dead. Now here's my thought. Here's these big old hotels along this beach that require some form of income to sustain the hotel, or these are a lot of these condos are privately owned, where these guys are paying HOA fees. They're paying monthly fees for to have a condo in these things that have to pay for the maintenance and stuff. But there's nobody here. There's nobody renting these units. These are all, I mean, there's 12, 13, maybe 20 people at the most at the Ritz right there. That's not good. That's not a good thing. But these hotels are somehow getting by. I guess they can't really do anything. People aren't spending money in that sense. They go and stay at the Ritz. I don't know. It's summer here, so it's summer everywhere except for a few places where it's still kind of cool. But I was intrigued by my whole thing is that living where I want to live is what I do. I go places and don't just visit and, do a vacation. I live there. I move there and get a place to live and stay and find find people and around the culture of the place more so than when you go and just vacation there for a week or two, or if you can afford a month or whatever. You don't get the full value of what that place is, right? So I got into a guy who is living in Washington, up in Seattle area, on an island, okay, and he has been able to get off the grid and basically has a beautiful home. His wife, she's up there. She doesn't work either. I don't think she might have an online business herself, but it's like I'm steering myself in a direction towards that because I have the ability to do that with this company that I'm with, Empower Network and Project Titan. It's not, this isn't something like other network marketing businesses that I've been in the past that are the company's gonna fold, or the company's gonna go belly up, and you're gonna have everybody who's in the business start over and lose everything they had. That's typically what's gone on. One of the companies I was with a long time ago, that I started with early on, was Zango, and Zango is still strong. Zango's still a company that is functioning, making people money, but not like it was in the day of the heydays, and that's with most of these companies. But the thing is, with the way this guy works, is he's like what I'm doing. He's got a business that he's in control, and that's critical. But he basically is in a place and an idea of kind of where I want to go, where I'm living off the grid. I'm living out of where, and I want to do an island, and I want to do it where it's pretty isolated, but at the same time, you still are able to have, you got to have good internet, you've got to have electricity, you've got to have food source, and so that takes a few places out of the park, but to be able to do that like he's doing, and it's just neat to see him, and how he is. He's like myself. If it's a good day, I mean, I have to come to the beach. It's just part of my daily routine to get out and get on my bicycle and do my ride for a couple of reasons. Number one, to get a little exercise. Number two is to feel the power of the water, of the waves, and the calming effect it has on me, and and sit here for an hour or two and enjoy that. That's something that, you know, is, to me, having a river by your house, or, you know, in the past it was a view. I had my house I built had the most gorgeous view, and you could go out and sit on my deck and see the Mount Timpanogos, which is a 13,000 foot mountain. That is where Sundance is, Robert Redford's ski resort. And it, you know, unless you've seen it and been there, it's just one of those things that you just, it's so gorgeous and so beautiful. And that view was the same kind of thing here. It looked different because it wasn't water. It's really nice for me to have running water, you know, and boats going by and stuff like that. But it's funny because it's possible. We're in an era right now, and I don't know how long it's going to last, where it is time to start a business. It's time to be involved with business. You have an open window where this stuff is peaking. We have got, you know, the business I'm in now is we're doing educational products. We're doing educational services, teaching people how to be coaches, teaching people how to become better at their own jobs that they're in, you know, and that's the perfect scenario right now. The coaching is the demand for coaches, the demand for influential speakers, for people who have a specialty in any area, and being able to go and talk to groups of people is huge. It's, you know, it's, and that's where the money is flowing in now, and it's something that you want to keep going. Look at that thing. Hey, Lord have mercy. Ford Motors. Oh, no, that's a fishing boat too. Anyway, so that's kind of the thing, you know. Dream your dream. Make it big. Make it huge. You know, mine is just, it's just an open window to be able to come and think about going out and living off the grid. That was my main intentions with building my house, was I wanted to live off the land. And back then it became a thing with me where living off the land required agricultural knowledge to be able to grow food. And that was a main consideration. Plus you've got to look at electricity, plus you've got to look at water source. So those kind of things were different back then. Now, you know, you can do that. You can have a generator running off of stuff, but you've got to be able to get, you know, a propane tank in there and have, you know, diesel fuel or whatever you're running your generators off of. But that's the idea, having the ability, an open window to any possibility. And that's such a wonderful thing that's taken place in this industry right now. So preaching to the word is just going, figure this out, you know, you know, figure out how to get in touch with me. It's what I'm doing now, the company I'm involved with, is creating huge incomes for all of us, and it's wonderful to be a part of that, knowing the security's there. It's not something that represents stuff that I've learned from the past that didn't, you know, that had its moment and then it fleeted, but it's something that to be able to be involved with this stuff, these guys aren't going away. You know, this company's not going away. So anyway, look me up on Facebook, friend me, send me a private message. I love y'all. I wish you were here with me, and have a good day.